The time has come to finish Season 9. We have 4th place Derby County and 3rd place Preston North End back-to-back to start the episode. Receiving these throw-ins from the AI can be somewhat of a trap because we don't have a lot of head play talent, and yeah, they actually brought their centre forward all the way out just to make sure we couldn't get that. Oh yeah, this is a good sequence. Get in behind the defense. Cannon it in. Jerd is on the board. Wow, Derby County aren't getting any of their skills to fire off properly today. Churchfield's having disaster. Meanwhile, at our end, our kickoff means that Binns has a chance to score and he takes it. Can at least stop him from dribbling into the cannoning position himself. Well, he tried to, which would have actually worked. It would have given them a chance to make it 2-1. And with that, they don't even have time to score 2. They would be able to score 1, maybe. They have 2 actions to do it with. But the lofted pass that they needed goes wide. So we get the victory that we needed. But with Preston North End also winning, we're going to need at least a draw from this game too if we're going to keep pace and potentially get 3rd. Top 2 is pretty much out of the question at this point. Well, mathematically speaking, we could win the league even, but I'm not expecting Brentford or Stoke City to drop too many points from here. Oh, and the stalemate is broken by Bag being useless. Of course. It wouldn't be an episode of Football Tactics without Bag being useless. And that's a cannoning position too. Oh. And we don't even get the ball back in what was going to be a really good chance for us to do so. Stearman's just going to be able to walk all the way in because now I've opened up this lane. But Fellows does save that. If we can get a lofted pass to work. Oh. So now Stardy Fant comes up to try and keep the ball himself on the off chance he can. But they might have messed this up because Stardy Fant can still step into this. He has the level 2 long pass. Oh! And they draw another corner out of the blue. And they're right in front of the keeper because we lost the fight on the far side. That may have been the game that killed our promotion chances. Unless Stoke start collapsing, which isn't going to happen. The gap is now 9 points, which means Preston North End has to suddenly have a reversal of fortune. Our run home isn't getting any easier either. We now got Stoke City ourselves, followed by Brentford. So we may still have a hand to play in the overall title race, but our own fate no longer rests in our hands. One good thing we got going for us is that Mayland is back from his suspension, meaning we've got 2 wing-backs with slide tackle again. Really nice to have them. Lets you do stuff like this. Can henceforth use Attil as an extra attacker almost. It's awkward from here, but if I hand it off to Draco, lay off past to there. Yes, because if it goes through, Jerd has the cleanest shot we're going to get. The name's Bond. Stoke Bond. 135 control. I'm no way of cutting against that. So we'll do the next best thing and force him to play defense instead of offense. In fact, that's worked out so well they haven't even bothered moving him away from me. Slide tackle. This could work just like the last one. Brilliant. Oh, not so brilliant. Ooh, nice from Mayland. I'm thinking we take as much time as possible off the clock before we make this play. I suppose it wouldn't have made much of a difference, but if we'd scored, we would have scored later in the game. They do have a cross. It really is going to be there. Oh, I don't have my centre back here. Fellows just makes the save against a tiring Edozie, and that was certainly a scarier finish than I would have liked. I had Shearer on this side, and I moved him to the other side when I was trying to chew clock before that cross. Mind you, if Shearer had been on that side, we most likely would have given away a penalty, so it worked out for the best that we did. Ooh, it's not over yet. Preston North End had to play Brentford and lost. The good news for us is that Brentford doesn't have a lot of offense, at least not in this formation. Oh, this is dangerous. If we don't get this tackle... Oh, no! And they're going to get a cannon shot, so all that bluster about Brentford not having any way to score is, well, Fellows is able to say parry it. They don't even go inside the box with this ball. It's going to be taken outside the box. So someone is just going to do a regular shot with not much hope of succeeding. They seem well aware of their deficiencies in regards to control on these corners, and that's why they're playing to Perfossum. But now we have a good chance of making it 1-0 ourselves. And that's exactly what is going to happen right off the kickoff. Okay, this is looking really good. This is going to pierce both centre-backs. The big weakness of centre-backs, they can't intercept passes. And Attil, even with his 7 passing, can make good on that. Jerd gets us to 2. And Draco can ice the game for us. Well, technically it's Malin doing the... well, not doing the icing because he missed the tackle. It's all fine for us, though, even if we concede here. We do have actions left, so we might as well try this with Davenport. And actually draw a penalty with Davenport. I'm going to go here. I think we could go with minus 30 skill for card. Bad news is Preston won and Stoke is mathematically secure, having beaten West Brom. We now have West Brom ourselves. Oh, Rainbow feints the wrong guy though. Should have rainbowed Shearer. Would have had a run all the way to the keeper. What is he even trying to do here? He's just... He did that just to break in. They just did something incredibly stupid. I thought they'd at least try to kick the ball away, but instead, right next to Attil, with Challenger in position to do what I said we were going to do at the start of this game. Gets himself on the board. I think that might be half-time as well. Was just doing that to chew some clock, to be honest. A bit of razzle-dazzle comes to nothing, but the important thing is West Brom can't do much either. Hopefully we're okay from here. Ramsey's taken 2 actions. Yep, Attil's iced the game. We get a crucial victory with 1 more game to go in the league. Preston North End draw against Norwich City. That means they've dropped points, which means we're in position. We can't take anything for granted. Hull City might not have anything to play for themselves, but I don't think that means they're just going to give up. But look at this too. They've only got cannon shooters up front. They've also got an amateur defender, so we've got an easy access to this crossing title. Every reason to believe that we can come away with this victory. Good afternoon, one and all. You are listening to Fire Radio, and today I hope to commentate on the biggest moment in Nottingham Fire's history. There's no time to introduce myself or the game because we already have a chance to score, but Binns' header is saved by Hallmark. This, of course, is the last league game in First League this season, and as you may know, if we win this game, we promote to the Premier League no matter what happens elsewhere. Of course, there is another game happening nearby that could decide our fate. The Nottingham Forest are playing Preston North End, And should Preston drop points, we need to only match their result today, as Fulham are too far back, and Stoke, whatever happens to them, we cannot overtake. Regardless, we would hope to leave fate in our own hands by winning this game if possible. I do wonder though if that early missed opportunity, well, not so much missed as saved, but it may have introduced some nerves into the players and to the capacity crowd of 2,000 that are witnessing today's game. So far, it looks as though Hull don't have a lot of ways to score against us, but we will have to score at least one goal if we wish to win. And that is easier said than done, as Hull's last turn placed Jerd offside, though he has since strolled back onside. Mayland is putting in an excellent shift. That is his second slide tackle of the game already. And it looks like he's going to try and hold up play in the midfield. Mayland, a pretty decent ball carrier. This could be dangerous for Hull, but they do manage to get the ball back off of him. And a layoff pass. Now Hull may have half a chance, but only half a chance, and Mercy was forced to take a shot that didn't go far. Liddell, assessing what he wants to do with the ball, goes to Draco, and Draco sees an opportunity to loft it up to Jerd, and Jerd now has a chance to score, but Nottingham fire a 1-0 up right now near half-time. And I'm learning that the current scoreline between Forest and North End is 1-1. So, as it stands, Nottingham Forest have a 3-point advantage, though it doesn't really matter how much we lead Preston North End by, as long as by the end of the day we are ahead in third place. With Mayland a little bit tired, it appears he has been subbed off, so now it's Attil's turn to roam the field and use his slide tackling ability. It looks as though Nottingham Fire will be playing to waste time more than anything else though, since they already have the goal that they need and just need to prevent Hull from scoring themselves. Kingston there with a lofted pass to Redmond, but to no avail as it's right next to Bagg, who actually manages to not be useless today. Draco with a little bit of razzle-dazzle almost gets tackled, but he is through and in a good position to at least hold up the ball if he so wishes. It appears as though Leach will take the ball back off him. No, he's going to press and allow a defender to hoe, which seems like a weird idea from Hull, considering that they need to be the aggressors in this game, yet they're playing as if they are the ones that are in control and not really looking to score. It appears to have punished them, as now Delbridge has taken the ball and has an open chance himself. It was very unlikely that he was going to score, but he appears to have done what he wanted to do, and that is draw a corner. Delbridge is taking this corner, and Binns is in position to get an insurance goal possibly. Jerd is pushed to the centre of the box. He's not the main target. Binns is. Diving header. 2-0 the scoreline. And now surely Nottingham are going up to the Premier League, especially as I've just heard Nottingham Forest are 2-1 up. With only 10 minutes to play in this game, Hull is looking to do something. They might have a play here. It looks like Mercy is going to try and cross it, but does not connect with his centre forward. So now Card can take the ball, gives it to Bone, and they're just looking to hold it up for a few more minutes. 90 minutes gone. We are in stoppage time at this point. Even if Hull were to score at this point, it doesn't appear as though they have time to get a second, and they're not even going to get a chance to get one. Nottingham Fire have won 2-0 and are moving up to the Premier League. And that means so much, not just for the history of the club, but financially too, because we had a sponsor objective to get promoted. We fulfilled it, $2 million extra. But of course, there's a lot of stories going on in the footballing world beyond our own, such as Doncaster Rovers winning the Amateur League this season. Gillingham go back to Second League now after a couple of previous stints that went nowhere. Ipswich Town win the Second League for the second time this playthrough, whilst Wolverhampton, who were once in the Premier League, rebound. Of course, the big story is our meteoric rise to the top of the footballing pyramid, but it has to be said that Brentford were the title winners this season. And in a closely contested Premier League, Manchester United pick up the league title over Brighton and Hove Albion. Leeds United managed to edge out the Second League winners Ipswich Town in the Prestige Cup final. Burnley, despite falling away in the league, keep their streak of winning trophies alive by beating Everton in the National Cup. And some interesting nations contesting the finals in Europe. Sweden's Göteborg beat the Czech Republic's Jalonec in the EFA, while Senda Svedsta beat Olympic Lyon